I will drop a small hint of something. We do have a major refresh coming to the platform. New UI and everything coming that Frank's been working on diligently, and it has some new bar graphs, that progress bars and whatnot, and it's all clean and smoother flow, more unique to newer standards of apps and stuff. So that's a big one. The other biggest thing, in my opinion, needs to start happening more often is seeding of tournaments. And
Yeah.
TAL has a seeding. They've been using a seeding version of brackets for a while, all last year, I think, or halfway through last year. They're going to do it this whole year, and that's how they're going to seed each class into where you equal this because you are this rating type of thing. So making divisions, essentially. Once that kind of kicks on, where people start realizing that number, that Aries rating number, means more to you than the word pro, amateur, or novice. Once that can happen, then I think we're ready for stage 3, which is essentially going to be betting.
Yep.
When I can confidently say you are a 1800 because you have X amount of matches, you pulled X amount of different people, you've competed in different amount of states, you've done all these different statistics that we keep track of, and I can say our confidence level and your ability is 100% or 80% or whatever, then statistically speaking on betting, that is easy. It's super easy.
Yes.
And there's only one system that does it, and that's Aries, and there's no one else that's going to come close. I mean, we have 250,000 matches in the system now and 24,000 arm wrestlers in there over the last, it has matches for about 20 years now. So as far as the ability to do betting and to push arm wrestling to the next level, it is right there. I just need the right person in the right room to show them what we have, and their mind's just gonna, it's gonna explode. Getting that right person to move me into the right angle, I think is where we need to go. And it will standardize the sport. It literally will standardize it because no one's gonna want to go to the average Joe Schmo tournament that they can't get rated at. It's like video games, right? You don't play video games when you start playing like competitive games. You get rated and all that shit. So
Yep.
you don't want to play games that aren't rated, and you don't play them on purpose because the rated ones can make money and all kinds of stuff. And so that's where this goes into effect, where now you're arm wrestling for a purpose. Then you're able to go to a tournament that has 30, 40, 60 guys at it, and the winner of that match or that tournament is betted on, and God knows how much money's in the pot. It's not just arm wrestlers anymore. It's fucking everybody over the world because it's on some big platform, UFC kind of thing, and you bet on it. And, I might be the best one in the class and I might have a plus whatever, but then someone else shows up and they're negative and they win it out because of whatever crazy reason that happens in tournaments that have 60 guys in them. The 64s. And that's probably the biggest thing that I have to prove it to people, for a person who wants to come in to help us, is that the 64s, just the 64s, nothing else. The 64s were 87% accurate on ratings for seeding the class by rating, 7%. And if you go into a gambling situation and you say, I can statistically prove that these matches will be 80 something percent accurate every single time, they're going to be like, that's dollar bills. Okay, let's go. Let's do it. Because then there's no chance involved anymore, So any big time company that wants to put some money towards it would say, okay, well, you're going to provide us all the data, all the statistics and everything else. We're going to pay you a fee or whatever, and we're going to put it on our platform. But now we need everyone on board. Well, guess what? Everybody already comes to us right now as they submit all the results. Now I say, hey, well, now to be a part of this, to be on this big stage with us, you need to standardize. You need to be same weight classes, same divisions, which will turn into tiers, not division names. And then it will be all these different standards, the regular tables, and make it to where it's a legitimate sport, not just everyone has a random fucking table, Joe Schmo referees, et cetera, et cetera. It says you meet the standard or you're out of the thing. And it's not, I don't even look at it like as a bad thing, because some people say standardization can be bad and you're forcing people to do certain things. But when the money's there, it doesn't matter anymore. When everybody can make money rather than one person, Devin or someone else, make money, then that's what matters. I want to make everybody, you know, like Leaf wants to show up to a tournament, have 40 guys in his class, and have a chance at 10 grand. He trains a lot fucking harder when there's $10,000 on the line every other month, and he can go to a tournament every other month with $10,000 on the line.
Yeah.
This turns a little bit harder next time. So
That's a really good point, and because that's one thing I always wondered and thought if sports betting was our ticket in, because like I keep trying to think like a lot of other sports, they start their journey because they have a way to monetize like
yep,
through products or whatever, but we don't really have in arm wrestling, we don't have anything to sell like
no,
other than like basic stuff like shirts and whatever,
yeah,
and you're never going to make money off straps. I'm sorry,
no,
straps aren't cool. Like you're never going to do it.
no.
So uh,
The Super 64 is a key market that could easily be reproduced, easily bet on, and easily come into, like we were, and that was self funded. Like Aries Super 64 was self funded, and you guys produced the money for yourselves essentially. So imagine one sponsor helping me get betting fully started and putting that same money behind it, but then hold on, fuck, you'll have 20 grand in the first one for sure. And then the next one's 40, the next one's a million, so on and so forth.
yeah.
Then it gets really crazy real fast.